the Commission, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. My name is Flavio Bolsonaro. I'm a senator of the Federative Republic of Brazil, leader of the opposition, and the president pre-candidate for my country's October elections. Last month, I met with President Trump, Vice President Vance, and Secretary Rubio to urge the United States not to impose tariffs on Brazilian companies. Today, I would like to share with this Commission the same arguments I presented to them and explain why that request serves the interests of both Brazil and United States. The 2025 data show that these tariffs have not produced the results the United States intended. Instead, they have been politically exploited by Brazil's current administration. The very government these measures were meant to pressure has gained strength in the polls, while Brazil's trade with China reached a record $171 billion, more than double its $83 billion in trade with the United States. China has absorbed Brazilian exports that were displaced from the American market by these tariffs. In other words, every additional tariff strengthens the very government it's intended to pressure. Because of the limited time available today, I will address only 3 issues. All 6 are discussed in detail in the written statement I have submitted to this Commission. The first is censorship. The confidential orders directed at American digital platforms did not originate in Brazil's National Congress. They were issued by a justice of Brazil's Supreme Federal Court and by President Lula's administration, based on executive decrees and judicial rulings rather than legislation duly enacted by Parliament. A 25% tariff penalized the entire Brazilian people, except the very authorities responsible for those decisions. The second issue is corruption. Corruption is one of the greatest scourges facing the Brazilian people. There is no disagreement on that, but corruption has identifiable perpetrators. The 4 largest corruption scandals in Brazil's recent history: the Mensalão scheme, the case uncovered by Operation Car Watch, the fraud involving Brazilian's National Social Security Institute, INSS, in which President Lula's own son is among those under investigation, and the Banco Master case, all occurred under government led by the Workers' Party, the political party currently in power. Brazil then experienced 4 years under President Bolsonaro without a single proven corruption scandal. Corruption has become a defining feature of Brazil's political left. The Brazilian people should not be punished for it. The third issue is PIX. PIX, Brazil's instant payment system, was created during the Bolsonaro administration. PIX is not a problem to be fixed, it's a solution. It expanded financial inclusion by bringing millions of Brazilians, especially the poorest, into the formal economy. That progress also directly benefits American companies, as the volume of transactions proceeded through payment cards issued by U.S. brands continued to grow alongside the widespread adoption of PIX, since those companies provide services that complement, rather than compete with, Brazil's instant payment system. Brazil will hold presidential elections in October. Within just 90 days, the country's political landscape could look entirely different. Imposing a tariff now that would be difficult to reverse rewards those responsible of the actions in question, while punishing those who have borne their consequences would be the worst possible moment to act. I respectfully ask this committee, do not impose tariffs on Brazil. Preserve the success of PIX. Cancel this action and let us negotiate. God bless you, God bless Brazil. Thank you very much.
Nem é preciso falar mais logo, né? Mais nada, né? Porque é o seguinte, enquanto essa outra tranqueira do Lula fica só falando mal do presidente norte-americano, que pode não ser um santinho, todo mundo sabe, ninguém é santo neste mundo, mas em vez de manter as boas relações que o Brasil sempre manteve com os Estados Unidos nos últimos 200 anos, 200 e poucos, a tranqueira do Lula, o analfabeto do Lula, fica procurando briga, uma briga que ele sabe que não pode vencer. Mas ele não está se importando com o Brasil, ele não está se importando com o povo. Ele quer mais que o Brasil se dane, entendeu? Que o povo se dane. Porque o que ele quer é se manter no poder a todo custo. Haja visto que se ele cair agora, ele vai se ferrar muito. Vai se ferrar muito. Então, esse pessoal que está no poder aí, que todo mundo sabe quem é, sabem que se o Lula perder, eles vão se ferrar. Né? Então, eles vão fazer o diabo para manter essa porcaria desse cachaceiro no poder. Preste atenção a todos. O meu voto vai para 22, Flavio Bolsonaro.